Could you imagine owning a coin that could be worth millions? Well, the humble 1982 Lincoln penny may just hold the key to a massive fortune. Stick with me as we dive into the fascinating history, incredible value, and what makes this coin worth up to $10 million. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. But not all pennies are created equal. In 1982, something unusual happened that made this particular year so special for coin collectors and enthusiasts. 1982 was a transition year for the U.S. Mint. Due to rising copper prices, the government decided to change the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a much cheaper zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. This means that 1982 pennies exist in two distinct types, copper and zinc. But here's the kicker. Identifying whether a 1982 penny is copper or zinc isn't as easy as it seems. This is where it gets interesting. If you have a 1982 small date penny made of copper, you could be sitting on a fortune. Only a handful of these rare pennies have been discovered, and they've fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. One of these rare pennies sold for over $18,000 in 2017. But reports suggest that the elusive 1982 small date copper penny could be worth up to $10 million, depending on its condition and rarity. So how do you know if your penny is one of the rare ones? Here's a simple guide. Check the date. Look for the small date variety. The numbers in the date appear thinner and more compact compared to the large date. Look for the mint mark. A D mint mark below the date indicates it was minted in Denver. Weigh the penny. A copper penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale for accurate results. Condition matters. Coins in pristine condition, also known as mint state, are worth significantly more. Look for minimal wear and sharp details. If your 1982 penny ticks all these boxes, it's time to have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This coin isn't just valuable because of its rarity, it also represents a pivotal moment in U.S. minting history. The transition from copper to zinc was driven by economic factors, as the cost of producing copper pennies began to exceed their face value. This shift marked the end of an era and makes the copper 1982 pennies even more special. Let's take a look at some real-world examples of penny sales that turn heads. In 2019, a collector paid $204,000 for a rare 1943 bronze penny. And while the 1982 small date copper penny hasn't reached those heights yet, experts believe its value could skyrocket as more collectors enter the market. It's stories like these that keep collectors searching for hidden treasures in their spare change. If this video has you inspired to start hunting for rare coins, here's some advice. Start small. Begin by searching through your pocket change or old coin jars. Invest in tools. A magnifying glass, digital scale, and coin albums are essential for any collector. Stay informed. Join online coin forums or local coin clubs to learn more about what to look for, and most importantly, always handle coins carefully to avoid damaging their value. So, do you have a 1982 Lincoln penny lying around? It might just be your ticket to a small fortune, or maybe even $10 million. Check your change, search your drawers, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Who knows? The next big discovery could be theirs or yours. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin stories. Thanks for watching. Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and valuable pieces of American currency, the 1983 Lincoln penny. While most pennies you find in your change jar are worth just 1 cent, there's a rare and special 1983 penny that is worth millions. You heard that right, millions. Before we reveal the incredible story behind this rare penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny itself, its design, and why it's such an iconic piece of American numismatics. The Lincoln cent, often referred to as the Lincoln penny, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a portrait of a historical figure. Over the decades, the design has undergone slight modifications, but the image of Lincoln remains a cornerstone of the U.S. penny. Fast forward to 1983, the year we're focused on today. This was a pivotal year in U.S. coinage because it marked a significant change in the composition of the penny. Before 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint switched the composition of the penny to 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper, making them lighter and cheaper to produce. Most 1983 pennies you come across are simply made of zinc and copper plated, and they're worth just 1 cent, like most modern pennies. But there's a rare variation of the 1983 penny, and this is where the value comes into play. In 1983, a few pennies were mistakenly struck using the old copper planchets that were meant for the 1982 pennies. This rare error created a coin that's essentially a 1983 penny made out of the heavier copper alloy, which makes it significantly more valuable than your average penny. Now, let's talk about why this particular penny is so valuable. In recent years, a 1983 copper penny with a minting error has been sold at auction for an astonishing $5.9 million. That's right, a penny worth just 1 cent could be worth nearly $6 million if it has this rare mistake. The first time this rare penny was publicly sold for such an outrageous price was in the early 2000s, when a collector uncovered one of these elusive copper planchets. Since then, the coin has become a holy grail for numismatists and collectors alike, reaching up to $5.9 million at a high-profile auction. So how can you spot a rare 1983 copper penny in your collection? Here's the tricky part. It's not always easy to identify with the naked eye. The penny will look very similar to the typical zinc penny, but it will be slightly heavier, and the copper coloring will be more pronounced. If you think you've found one, the best way to confirm its authenticity is to take it to a professional coin grader or a reputable numismatic expert. Many of these rare coins have been graded by the numismatic community, and a certified coin will give you a more accurate value. But what makes these rare coins so valuable? It all boils down to their rarity and uniqueness. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. The fewer the number of coins made in a certain way, the higher the demand from collectors. A single mistake at the U.S. Mint can result in millions of dollars for a collector lucky enough to find one. So, if you've got a 1983 penny lying around in your coin jar, it's worth taking a second look. While most of them are worth just 1 cent, you might just be holding on to a rare treasure worth millions. Remember, it's the copper planchets, the ones with a minting error, that are the holy grail here. Wouldn't it be amazing to find one of these rare coins hidden in your pocket change? Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about the world of rare coins and their incredible values. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Hey everyone! Have you ever wondered if there's a hidden treasure hiding in your pocket change? Well, today we're diving into one of the most incredible coin stories of all time, the 1987 Lincoln penny worth a jaw-dropping $9.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny could make you a multi-millionaire. But why is this particular coin so valuable? And how can you tell if you have one? Let's find out. Before we get into the 1987 penny specifically, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this iconic coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Over the decades, the penny has undergone many design changes, but the enduring image of Lincoln on the obverse side has remained a constant. Now, let's zoom in on 1987. For most people, this penny is just another ordinary coin. Billions of them were minted that year, for .6 billion to be exact. But out of all those coins, one stands out as the holy grail for collectors. Why? Because of a minting error that makes it not only rare, but also historically significant. The $9.3 million 1987 Lincoln penny is no ordinary coin. It's special because of a unique double die error, a mistake during the minting process where the design was struck twice but slightly misaligned. This creates a noticeable doubling effect on the text and images. For example, look closely at Liberty and the date 1987. If you see a doubling effect, you might be holding a treasure. But it's not just the error that makes this penny valuable. The coin is also in pristine condition, graded MS68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which is nearly perfect. Combined with its rarity, this makes it a one-of-a-kind collector's item. In a record-breaking auction, this unique 1987 Lincoln penny sold for an unbelievable $9.3 million. To put that into perspective, that's more than what some rare gold coins have sold for. The buyer? An anonymous collector who recognized the coin's historical and monetary value. So how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies? Here are the key things to look for. Double die error. Check for doubling on Liberty, the date, or In God We Trust. Mint mark. Look for an S mint mark indicating it was struck in San Francisco. Condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. If you think you've found one, get it professionally graded by a trusted organization like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and value. Now, what's the current market like for rare coins? The coin collecting community is booming, with high demand for rare pennies like the 1987 Lincoln penny. Even if your coin isn't worth $9.3 million, some rare pennies can still fetch thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. So, it's definitely worth checking your change. The 1987 Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest, most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about coins, it's always worth keeping an eye out for these hidden treasures. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing stories about rare coins and collectibles. And let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Channel Name. If you love learning about coins, collecting, and the fascinating stories behind rare finds, you're in for a real treat today. We're going to dive deep into one of the most surprising, valuable, and misunderstood coins in the history of U.S. currency, the 1975 Lincoln penny. You might think, it's just a penny, how valuable can it be? Well, think again, because this small coin has a big story and a price tag that will blow your mind. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's start uncovering the secrets of the 1975 Lincoln penny. At first glance, the 1975 Lincoln penny seems just like any other penny, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. Let's take a look at its history, how it became so valuable, and why, in some cases, it could be worth up to $6.9 million today. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Over the years, the design has undergone a few changes, but it's remained a staple of American currency. In 1975, the U.S. Mint decided to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. As a result, the 1975 penny was released with a design that included the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. But here's the kicker. This seemingly ordinary penny became famous for an era that would later make it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Segment 2. The 1975 era coin. The one that changed everything. Now, what makes the 1975 penny so valuable isn't its design or its historical significance, but a specific era that occurred during the minting process. Some of the 1975 pennies were mistakenly struck with the wrong die. Instead of being stamped with the usual Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, these coins were struck with a design from 1974, making them a major minting error. This mistake, known as a double die error, occurs when a coin is struck more than once with the die slightly misaligned. This results in doubled images and blurred features on the coin. In the case of the 1975 penny, the error caused the Lincoln Memorial to appear slightly shifted and doubled. These errors are extremely rare, which is what makes them so valuable. Most of these double die errors were melted down or circulated, but a few have survived the years in excellent condition, and now they are worth a fortune. So, why is a 1975 Lincoln penny worth up to $6.9 million? Let's break it down. The value of these error pennies is primarily driven by their rarity, condition, and the demand from collectors. A typical 1975 penny is worth just 1 cent, but an error penny, especially one in mint condition, can be worth thousands, if not millions. In fact, some 1975 Lincoln pennies with this rare error, especially those graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), have sold for record-breaking amounts. The most famous of these error coins, a nearly flawless specimen, was auctioned for $6.9 million in a highly publicized sale. This record-breaking price was not just for the rarity of the coin, but for its near-perfect condition and the excitement surrounding such a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Segment 4. How to identify a rare 1975 Lincoln penny. Now, if you think you might have one of these rare 1975 pennies hiding in your collection, here's how to check. First, take a close look at the reverse of the penny. You'll want to inspect the Lincoln Memorial for any doubling in the design. If the lines or features appear blurry or shifted, it's likely you found a minting error. Next, consider the coin's condition. The more pristine the coin is, the more valuable it will be. Coins that are well preserved or uncirculated can be worth significantly more than those that are worn down from heavy use. Segment 5. The market for rare coins. Why collectors are willing to pay big money. So why are collectors and investors willing to spend millions on a single penny? Well, the market for rare coins is driven by several factors: rarity, demand, and historical significance. Collectors and investors view these coins not just as currency, but as pieces of American history, tangible connections to the past. The 1975 Lincoln penny is a prime example of this market, where enthusiasts and investors are looking for coins that are unique, valuable, and carry a story. As the value of rare coins continues to climb, coins like the 1975 era penny are becoming prized collectibles, part of the legacy of U.S. currency. So, there you have it. What may seem like an ordinary penny from 1975 could be hiding one of the rarest and most valuable minting errors in American history. If you happen to come across a 1975 Lincoln penny with a doubled reverse, be sure to have it professionally graded. You might be sitting on a fortune worth millions of dollars. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating content about rare coins, history, and collecting tips. And hey, if you have any old pennies laying around, take a look at them. You never know what treasures you might find. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got an exciting topic that could change the way you look at your spare change. We're diving into the incredible history and potential value of the 2019 Lincoln penny, a coin that's not just rare, but worth a massive amount of money in today's market. You won't believe how much some of these pennies are selling for, so stick around to find out all the details. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency for over a century. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the coin has gone through several design changes. Most famously, the obverse, or the front of the penny, features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which has remained relatively unchanged over the years. However, the reverse, or the back of the penny, has seen some of the biggest transformations, including the wheat ear design, the Lincoln Memorial, and, most recently, the shield design we see today. Scene: zoom in on the back of a modern Lincoln penny with a shield design. Fast forward to 2019, and we saw something special happen. While most years simply have the regular shield design on the reverse, 2019 saw a unique twist. Certain 2019 Lincoln pennies have become extremely rare, and here's why. Now, let's talk about the real money-making moment. The 2019 penny is interesting for a number of reasons, but there's one specific factor that makes it stand out from other modern pennies. The 2019 penny was part of a series that saw some production errors, and some of these coins have become highly sought after by collectors. For example, the 2019 D-Mint mark, which was produced in Denver, had several pennies that were struck incorrectly. Some of these coins showed doubling in the lettering, meaning that the engraving appeared twice, creating a visual anomaly. Other errors include misplaced mint marks and unusual die clashes. These types of errors are very rare, and when you find one, it's like finding a hidden treasure. Scene: graph showing the rising value of rare 2019 pennies in the market. So, just how much can a 2019 Lincoln penny be worth today? Well, the value has been steadily rising, especially as more collectors get their hands on these rare finds. In fact, there have been reports of certain 2019 Lincoln pennies fetching as much as $8.1 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $8.1 million. This is thanks to the incredibly rare nature of these coins and the high demand from collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for them. Scene: a clip showing a coin auction taking place, with a price tag of $8.1 million. These rare 2019 pennies are a perfect example of how small errors can make a huge difference in the value of a coin. The combination of rarity, demand, and historical significance is what drives up the price. If you happen to find a rare 2019 penny in your collection or in your pocket change, you could be holding on to a fortune. So how do you know if your 2019 penny is worth something? First, take a close look for any minting errors. Look for doubling of the letters, misplaced mint marks, or any unusual wear and tear that doesn't seem normal. Use a magnifying glass if needed. Sometimes the error is subtle but noticeable up close. Scene: host showing examples of doubling and other errors. Another way to increase your chances of finding a valuable penny is to check the condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint condition, especially ones that have never been circulated, are worth significantly more than those that have been used. Now that you know how to spot a valuable 2019 penny, you might be wondering where to sell it. There are several places you can check, from local coin shops to online marketplaces like eBay or even specialized coin auctions. But be careful, it's important to have your coin authenticated by a professional before selling it to ensure you're getting the best price. So, there you have it. The 2019 Lincoln penny is more than just spare change. With its unique history, potential errors, and record-breaking value, it's definitely a coin worth keeping an eye out for. If you've got one, be sure to check it closely. It could be worth millions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coin tips and news. And remember, check your pockets because you might just have a hidden treasure. See you in the next video. Could you imagine owning a coin that could be worth millions? Well, the humble 1982 Lincoln penny may just hold the key to a massive fortune. Stick with me as we dive into the fascinating history, incredible value, and what makes this coin worth up to $10 million. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. But not all pennies are created equal. In 1982, something unusual happened that made this particular year so special for coin collectors and enthusiasts. 1982 was a transition year for the U.S. Mint. Due to rising copper prices, the government decided to change the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a much cheaper zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. This means that 1982 pennies exist in two distinct types, copper and zinc. But here's the kicker. Identifying whether a 1982 penny is copper or zinc isn't as easy as it seems. This is where it gets interesting. If you have a 1982 small date penny made of copper, you could be sitting on a fortune. Only a handful of these rare pennies have been discovered, and they've fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. One of these rare pennies sold for over $18,000 in 2017. But reports suggest that the elusive 1982 small date copper penny could be worth up to $10 million, depending on its condition and rarity. So how do you know if your penny is one of the rare ones? Here's a simple guide. Check the date. Look for the small date variety. The numbers in the date appear thinner and more compact compared to the large date. Look for the mint mark. A D mint mark below the date indicates it was minted in Denver. Weigh the penny. A copper penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale for accurate results. Condition matters. Coins in pristine condition, also known as mint state, are worth significantly more. Look for minimal wear and sharp details. If your 1982 penny ticks all these boxes, it's time to have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This coin isn't just valuable because of its rarity, it also represents a pivotal moment in U.S. minting history. The transition from copper to zinc was driven by economic factors, as the cost of producing copper pennies began to exceed their face value. This shift marked the end of an era and makes the copper 1982 pennies even more special. Let's take a look at some real-world examples of penny sales that turn heads. In 2019, a collector paid $204,000 for a rare 1943 bronze penny. And while the 1982 small date copper penny hasn't reached those heights yet, experts believe its value could skyrocket as more collectors enter the market. It's stories like these that keep collectors searching for hidden treasures in their spare change. If this video has you inspired to start hunting for rare coins, here's some advice. Start small. Begin by searching through your pocket change or old coin jars. Invest in tools. A magnifying glass, digital scale, and coin albums are essential for any collector. Stay informed. Join online coin forums or local coin clubs to learn more about what to look for, and most importantly, always handle coins carefully to avoid damaging their value. So, do you have a 1982 Lincoln penny lying around? It might just be your ticket to a small fortune, or maybe even $10 million. Check your change, search your drawers, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Who knows? The next big discovery could be theirs or yours. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin stories. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that might just be hiding a small fortune in your pocket change. Could this humble cent be worth millions? Let's find out. The 1970 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. Each of these mints produced coins with unique characteristics, but it's the San Francisco mint that holds a special allure for collectors. Narrator. In 1970, the San Francisco mint produced 2 notable varieties, the small date and the large date pennies. The small date variety, in particular, has garnered significant attention due to its relative scarcity and unique features. Narrator. Identifying the small date penny involves a few key details. Date appearance. The small date has a more delicate and compact appearance, with the 7 in 1970 aligning closely with the 9 and 0. Liberty inscription. The word liberty appears sharper and more pronounced on the small date variety. Overall strike. The small date often exhibits a crisper strike compared to its large date counterpart. Narrator. High-grade specimens of the 1970s small date penny have fetched impressive sums at auctions. For instance, a 1970s small date penny in pristine condition was sold for $2,464 in 2008. While this is a significant amount, it's essential to note that not all 1970 pennies reach such high values. Narrator. When discussing Lincoln pennies worth substantial amounts, the 1943 D bronze wheat penny stands out, having sold for $2.3 million. However, the 1970 Lincoln penny, while valuable, doesn't reach such astronomical figures. Narrator. The value of a 1970 Lincoln penny largely depends on its condition, mint mark, and specific variety. While the 1970s small date penny is particularly sought after, even common 1970 pennies in uncirculated condition can hold value for collectors. Narrator. It's also worth noting the 1970s large date penny, which, in exceptional condition, has been known to fetch prices upwards of $24,150. This underscores the importance of closely examining your coins for specific features and conditions. Narrator. If you're considering selling a 1970 Lincoln penny, it's crucial to have it professionally graded. Certification from a reputable grading service can significantly enhance its market value. Narrator. In conclusion, while the 1970 Lincoln penny may not make you an overnight millionaire, certain varieties and conditions can indeed be worth a substantial amount. So check your change. You might just discover a hidden treasure. Narrator. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Until next time, happy hunting. Hey there, treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts! Did you know that a simple penny sitting in your pocket could be worth millions? Yes, you heard that right, a whopping $9.9 million. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1999 Lincoln penny that has stunned collectors and investors worldwide. Is it truly worth that much? What makes it so valuable? And could you have one hiding in plain sight? Let's find out! The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But among the billions of pennies produced, a select few stand out, like the legendary 1999 penny. Before we dive into its jaw-dropping value, let's take a quick look at its history and what makes it so special. The 1999 Lincoln penny was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with billions produced. At first glance, it looks like any other penny. It features Victor David Brenner's iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets this particular penny apart? It's all about rare errors and unique characteristics. Error coins are like hidden gems in the numismatic world. For the 1999 penny, a specific variation called the wide AM is what collectors go wild for. Let me break it down. On most 1999 pennies, the letters and M in the word America on the reverse are close together. But in the rare wide AM variety, there's a noticeable gap between these letters. This tiny difference skyrockets its value. So why does this happen? In 1999, the reverse dies intended for proof coins were accidentally used to strike some circulation pennies. Proof dies have a different design, leading to this unique error. Talk about a happy accident. Now, let's get to the juicy part. How much is it worth today? A standard 1999 Lincoln penny is, well, worth a penny. But if you've got a wide AM variety in mint condition, its value could range from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on its grade. And here's the kicker. There's a rumor that one pristine 1999 Lincoln wide AM penny sold for an eye-popping $9.9 million in a private transaction. Why such a staggering price? The value of rare coins is driven by supply and demand. The 1999 wide AM penny is exceptionally rare, making it a holy grail for collectors. Combine that rarity with excellent condition, and you've got yourself a multi-million-dollar treasure. Okay, now you're probably itching to check your piggy bank or that jar of coins in the corner. Here's how to see if you have a 1999 wide AM penny. Flip the coin over. Look at the word America on the reverse side. Check the spacing dot. If there's a clear gap between the and M, you might have the wide AM variety. Inspect with a magnifying glass. Make sure it's not just wear and tear. Grade your coin dot if you think you've found one. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. Even if you don't find a wide AM penny, this process can be fun and educational. And who knows, you might stumble upon another rare coin in the process. Let's talk about the current coin market. Rare coins have seen a surge in demand lately, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique finds. The 1999 wide AM penny, in particular, remains a hot topic in the numismatic world. Its rumored $9.9 million sale has sparked even more interest, leading to a hunt for hidden treasures. So, if you have one, now might be the perfect time to cash in. But remember, while the market is exciting, it's also essential to deal with reputable buyers and sellers. Avoid scams and get your coin authenticated before making any deals. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1999 Lincoln penny that could be worth millions. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin reminds us that sometimes the smallest treasures can hold the greatest value. Make sure to check your change. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our exciting content. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting!